Okay, to start day 17 of this 30-day manga challenge, the challenge asks, who is the most relatable character? And for that, I would have to say, it would have to be 𝕼𝕠. 𝕼𝕠 from the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. I don't know why. Like, I've read a lot of manga and I've seen a lot of anime, and to be honest, for some reason, when I read Relatable, like, I can't help but think of him. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, of course. I feel like anybody who's gotten into manga, like Haruhi Suzumiya, was probably one of the first animes or mangas that, like, anime nerds have read. But for those who haven't, again, I don't want to spoil anything, but I will say, when it comes to the story of Haruhi Suzumiya and the weirdness that happens, like, 𝕼𝕠 is the most realistic. Like, he reacts to the weirdness that happens in the story as naturally as anyone would, and I think that's what makes him relatable. Like, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it, but I will say, like, in the beginning of the story, like, when Haruhi is presented as, like, this new student or something like that, and people kind of find her weird because she dresses weird and she does weird things, but she does weird things because she's bored, right? And come to find out, she has the ability to kind of warp reality. I won't tell you why, but she's able to do that. And when she does that, it causes, like, 𝕼𝕠, for some reason, is able to experience it. Again, I won't tell you why. But again, he reacts to it very naturally, which again makes him relatable. So, like, when something weird is happening, he will, at first he would freak out, right? And just run away with it. But then when outside forces try to guide him and encourage him to pretend that all this weird stuff is normal, or at least pretend that it's normal, or survive the weirdness, he tries to run away from it, because he's just like, no, I don't have to deal with this. I don't have to deal with this BS, right? But that seemingly leads the world to be out of whack at some point, and ultimately he just has to accept it and kind of run along with, like, what's going on and what's being presented, because it's all being controlled by a girl who gets bored too easily. It's pretty good. And because of all of the weirdness that happens in the story, if I'm remembering it incorrectly, I mean, feel free to correct me, of course, but I would say the most relatable character is 𝕼𝕠. I haven't met a character more relatable. No, Nanami Kento from Jujutsu Kaisen, he's pretty relatable. He's like, oh gosh. Like, working his shit, that hit me. I completely understand. Anyways, but going back to 𝕼𝕠 and the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, I love that show, and I'm a little annoyed that the animated series kind of stopped, considering the manga is still ongoing and it's still really funny in my opinion, and 𝕼𝕠 is still just so fucking sarcastic and over the shenanigans and whatever. But I mean, I don't see why, but whatever. That's my answer. Anyways, it's another short vid, but hey, what can you do? My answers are pretty short. Either way, thank you for watching this video. Put who you think is the most relatable character in all of anime or manga in the comments if you'd like. And speaking of likes, why don't you like this video? You should. It would really help me out, and I'd really appreciate it. But either way, thanks so much for watching. Okay, bye.